We've long been in favor of comprehensive immigration reform. We continue to be in favor of comprehensive immigration reform. And it's important to recognize that while the Republicans and the Trump administration, they have a majority in the Senate, a majority in the House, they don't have a supermajority in the Senate. There's not they don't have the 60 votes necessary to override a filibuster. So there will be some form of check and balance in the legislative process going forward, and some opportunity to try and make meaningful progress.
First and foremost is immigration. We have nearly 10,000 Googlers in the US on visas. Very understandably, those of you who are working here, who have families here, or in the process of renewing or getting visas are probably very concerned. So here's what we know. There is, for the time being, and absent any policy recommendation from the Obama administration, there's no change, right? Googlers should not expect to be hassled entering the border. There should be no change in your status. We also know that the nature of the US immigration system is such that it makes, and there are legal limitations, it makes any immediate changes after January's inauguration of the new administration highly unlikely. But we, of course, will keep a close watch on this. Our policy office in DC is all over it, and we will keep you informed, but we will keep Googlers' interests at heart, and we will, of course, fight to retain all the visas and then some, because we keep adding to this. We have also taken a position for the past 10 years with the US government to fix what is a very broken immigration system in this country, and we are going to continue to take that fight forward.
Remember, we've long been in favor of comprehensive immigration reform. We continue to be in favor of comprehensive immigration reform. And it's important to recognize that while the Republicans and the Trump administration, they have a majority in the Senate, a majority in the House, they don't have a supermajority in the Senate. There's not they don't have the 60 votes necessary to override a filibuster. So there will be some form of check and balance in the legislative process going forward, and some opportunity to try and make meaningful progress.
Okay, I think we talked about this extensively, but maybe we could talk a little bit more about H-1Bs.
Well, the anti-immigration stance, I think in some of Mr. Trump's rhetoric, it was symbolic language used to galvanize a base. He's a businessman, purportedly, and has employed he's employed workers with visas. He's employed undocumented workers. So I actually don't see an immediate issue that's flaring. I would believe, being pro-business as a Republican, he would understand the needs of certain sectors to have H-1B visas, et cetera. So let's see how this plays out. I think it's too soon to panic.
And the other thing to add to that is, ever since we've been debating immigration reform, there's been strong bipartisan consensus in both houses of Congress that H-1B visas are a great thing for the United States as well as for the people who use them. So I don't see those majorities in Congress changing.